Hey everyone, Matt Schmidt here. One of the questions I get quite often is how do I know if something's my intuition or if it's not? So, how do you differentiate between those two? And this is kind of a tricky one to answer, but I'm going to do my best based on what I've experienced personally and what I also see coming through my clients. So, how do you differentiate? Is this my higher self? Is this just in my mind? And how do you figure out the difference? Okay, so for me, one of the things that I've noticed is usually when a thought comes out of nowhere. Okay, rather than like judging it or doubting it, I've just learned to recognize like I wouldn't have thought of that on my own. And honestly, the like weirder it is, the easier it is for me to kind of grasp. And usually that's when I'm in a quiet space, and it can even be just for a little bit because this information is always coming to us. So if I go sit and meditate and try to get answers, like I don't get answers in the same way that I do when I'm driving, when I kind of space out for a little bit. Doing monotonous things, cutting the lawn, great spot for me. Standing in the shower, all this information kind of comes to me, and it kind of just floats in. I'm not usually thinking about anything, and these pieces are kind of coming together without even really trying. So that's one of the ways that I've noticed things come in, and it's not these like hard thoughts. Like they're kind of these gentle, like just gentle, like whispers almost. Another way that comes through for me, so that's if you're more like if you get things more of as a knowing, but I also get like a feeling. And once again, this is hard to put into words, but for me, it's like it's a pull to do something. Okay. I can think of a million reasons not to do it, but I've learned to follow that pull. And really, this trust in this gets easier and easier and easier. Okay, so the thing that I've noticed, and the reason that I've made this video is because I've noticed with other people, they'll think that something's their intuition just because it elicited a physical response. Okay, and I've noticed this with other people. Oh, I can't be around them. I can feel their negativity and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, they're really not that bad. Like, it's usually like their own unhealed stuff, unprocessed stuff. When you're in a healed space, yeah, those people come into your life and stuff, but you kind of go into that and then kind of drift out like, oh, those aren't my people. But it doesn't elicit this like deep aversion or like this physical response in that way. So that's hard to put into words, but that's what I've kind of noticed, these like gentle nudges to like move you out of a place, like those just aren't my people. But it doesn't bother you like, oh, I can't handle this negativity. Oh, this negativity of all these people. And if it's eliciting that response, it's usually something with inside you that needs to be addressed rather than from your environment. When you're in a complete healed state, that stuff doesn't bother you in the same way. It's just like, yep, that's just them. And you're more of in that place of acceptance rather than like, oh, I got to keep these people away, and be more like resistant. Okay, I don't know if does that make sense? Okay, so there are some exceptions to this occasionally, and what I've heard through some of my clients and stuff, there are a couple exceptions to this. If all of a sudden you get this like wrenching gut feeling as you're about to get in the car with someone that's like that you're not supposed to, that is your intuition, okay? And it'll be like these short little things, but rarely does that happen. It's in these like extreme circumstances where like, oh, you're walking down a dark alley and all of a sudden, or there's someone that's trying to get you to do something and you like, it's like this immediate response and it's like, nope. Listen to that. It's trying to guide you somewhere better. It's trying to like get you out of that environment or get you out of that situation. So listen to that. But I would say, even for me, like there's certain people that have come into my life, and it's kind of like a hard no to not connect with those people or have those people engage with those people. But it's even that it's a gentle nudge. It's like, no, it's a little bit stronger. It's turned up a little bit, but it's not this like this aversion of I have to keep them away from me. No, like if you're in a healed space, you can really be around anyone. It just may not be your people. Okay. So, as you move into this too, you can ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Stay curious. What about this person is bothering me in this way? Okay, and you can, instead of seeing it as something you need to avoid, maybe seeing it as an opportunity because it's triggering something within you. It's bringing something to the surface that is unhealed that you haven't addressed, and yeah, then you can use that as a almost like your own spiritual practice to like grow and evolve from. Right. The things that I've noticed as far as not being able to differentiate your intuition, it really boils down to a couple things. It's which kind of go hand in hand: self-doubt and trust. So they're really connected. When we fully trust that inner voice, that inner guidance, and we don't, we stop doubting ourselves, and we really begin to step into trusting this intuition, trusting this guidance. And usually this goes back to times when we didn't trust ourselves, when we put our belief in other people or what other people said. And you can process things that way, but I do have a couple of videos that will help you to strengthen your intuition, this trust in yourself, this trust in the universe outside of this, so or outside of that inner work. So I will link those videos right here. And yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.